Welcome to another ECS tuning product video. Today we are here with Schaeffler and we're going to talk bearings, hub and bearings, idler assemblies with our friend Roger from Schaeffler.
I'm Roger. I'm from Schaeffler with under the brand Rep Expert. What we do is we do the training branch underneath the Schaeffler arm. So what we handle is all of the customer endpoints for any inbound calls that come in for product, any technical questions, any training related aspects all go through the Rep Expert brand. We have a online portal which you can go to, which has all of our documentation, all of our technical service bulletins are on there. We also have a phone app which has all those same touch points that you can get onto, and also a 1-800 call center that you can call and talk to one of us if there's a problem.
And is that applicable to our retail customer as well as local shops?
Correct, anybody. So anybody that's interested in the product, anybody that's purchased the product, anybody that's looking into it, anybody that wants to find out more about our products, they can jump on the website, they can get on the phone app, they can call us, anything that they need to do, we're here for them.
Excellent, that's pretty cool. I didn't know that somebody at the retail level, an end user, could
Yes.
have access to those same sort of like shop tools. That's a really huge added benefit. Plug the address, where are we sending people?
So the web address is www.repexpert.us. That's repexpert.us.
Perfect.
Or you can call the 1-800-274-5001 hotline.
Perfect. All right, we'll plug both of those somewhere on the screen too, so if you've had any questions, you have a place to go. All right, let's talk products. So what I see and can identify, and tell me if I have it right here. This looks like a Volkswagen Audi wheel bearing. I recognize it from the 4-bolt flange. If you've watched Race Wagon season 1, 2, or this season, you've seen us change these a few times. This looks like a BMW hub. Spoiler alert, I'm gonna guess it goes on the E46 M3 behind us.
Yes.
And then what do I got? I got loose bearings that someone can press in if they want to retain their original hub.
Correct.
Okay, and then this is a category I don't know much about, but it looks like idler pulleys and dampeners for the serpentine belt system.
Yep. So under the Schaeffler brand, under the category of engine, we have a brand called ENA. So under ENA, we have everything from timing belts, water pump, timing chain, tensioners, front end accessory drives, overrunning alternator pulleys. Pretty much anything that's within a rotating assembly on that, we have somewhere in that vehicle that we're OE on.
Okay, nice, and that's OE again, so that's direct
Correct.
fit, just as good as OEM, just missing that little stamp.
Correct, yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, so each one of the products, like when we look at it, we try to, as a company, we try to adhere to an OE form fit function on all of our parts. So where we're OE on it, it's an OE part in the box. We're basically running it on the same exact line that OE part is run through. They're just, once it gets to the stop on the OE run, they pull the logo off for Mercedes or BMW, whoever it is, Ford at the time. They pull that logo off and they run that same part, so it's under that same strict OE standard.
And what I like is it looks like it comes with everything you need as well. So you have the bolts bolting the flange to the upright.
Correct.
We have the axle bolt dust shield. Your whole assembly here is like a kit. I don't have to go and shop for those other items. I love that there's the thread locker on the bolts already.
Correct.
It's brilliant. It's the easy button and it's the affordable easy button.
Yeah, so we actually offer a wide range of solutions when it comes to it. So we have the loose bearings by themselves for standard press in. If you want to do that, you're trying to do the economical side of it, or the hub is still good, you just had a bad bearing you want to replace, you can do it that way. Same thing with the front end accessory drive stuff, the timing belt stuff. We sell individual components on it, but we also offer that solution of a complete repair. So when it gets into it, we like to offer you a timing belt kit that has everything within it, including water pumps if they're accessible. We get into the timing chain, we're trying to put all the tensioners, the guides within them. When we get into the wheel bearings, we're trying to include everything that we can in that wheel hub kit. So that would be the flange if it's there, all the bolts that are to OE spec, they're pre-greased with either pre-soaked or they're pre-Loctited, everything ready to go. So when that car hits the ground, it's ready to go.
All right, talk to me a little more about how do I know as a consumer when my wheel bearing is bad? All the tensioners and pulleys and stuff I get, timing belt service interval, that's super straightforward. Wheel bearings are a little different. So how do we tell a person to figure out if they need to change a wheel bearing?
Okay, so a couple different things you can determine for a wheel bearing, right? So if you're driving the vehicle down the road, you're hearing a noise out of it, whether it's like a growling noise, a chirping noise, anything like that. What I try to tell people is just kind of be intuitive and kind of listen to when it's making it, so that when you're going in, if you're not doing the repair yourself, if you're going into a shop, you know, you can tell them, hey, this is when it's doing it, when I turn left, when I turn right. It's only when I'm accelerating, when I get to a certain point.
Imagine you do a lot of audio like decoding with customers. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I hear it sounds like sandpaper or marbles or howling.
Yeah, so I spent a lot of years in a shop, both as a technician and as a store manager running my own shop. And we'd get customers coming in all the time and they're like, my car makes a noise. Okay, well, when does it make the noise? You know, how does it make it? So what I did is I got together and put together kind of a quick sheet that gives you kind of tips and tricks on how to kind of bridge that gap between the shop and the customer, so that they can help diagnose that part better.
So it's great for the shop, and if you're the end user customer, go to the website we were talking about earlier, start to see all that documentation and know how to replace something.
Yep, correct.
Excellent. Super straightforward, love it. Well, I think, unless you have anything else you want to cover, we could start slapping some parts on some cars.
Do it.
All right, let's get started. If you're interested in all of the line of products, check out our website, ecstuning.com. And of course, follow along on our series and our builds on our YouTube channel, because you're going to start to see some of these parts in action. Roger, thanks for coming out.
Appreciate it. Thank you.